How do you hold yourself to a higher standard as a leader and as an entrepreneur? What if there was only one question that you could use that could systematically, consistently, every time you asked it, give you the clarity and the kick in the pants you need to achieve your dreams of entrepreneurial freedom? Well, there is. Watch this video for the one question that I have delivered to my 6 and 7-figure clients that has helped them 2 to 3x their productivity and their income. For the best leadership tips, entrepreneurship advice, and subconscious success strategies to help you stand out fearlessly, build your empire, and crown yourself, be sure to subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit the bell so that you are notified every Tuesday and Friday when a new video goes live. Hey there, I'm Kimberly Spencer, high performance coach and founder of crownyourself.com. And I'm curious, have you ever pushed yourself a little bit harder when somebody else was coaching you, or you had an accountability buddy, or maybe you had a boss? Just somebody else was in charge and holding you accountable to a higher standard. Let me know in the comments below. Do you motivate more when you have somebody else in charge? Problem is that when you're a leader or the leader of your business or an entrepreneur, you're the only one who's in charge. So yeah, you can have a coach or you could have an accountability buddy, but ultimately, you are the boss of yourself. And time again, when you are the boss of yourself, sometimes we can let things slide. Like till tomorrow, or maybe next week, or next month. I mean, imagine if we took this situation into the corporate world. If you had a boss, like an actual boss of a business, who let you slide. Didn't make a sale this week? It's fine. We can make more sales next week. It's cool. You tried. Didn't handle that customer issue in a timely manner? We can always get more customers. It's all good. You're fine. Didn't complete, or heck, didn't start that project or that task that you know you need to do? Oh, it's not that important. Here, have a bottle of wine. You worked hard. Take the weekend off. You deserve this. Like that would ever happen. Heck no. Your boss would be fired, and you would be fired accordingly. When we get used to working for ourselves, either as a freelancer or a solopreneur or an entrepreneur, it's very easy to let our ideas, our projects, our tasks, our commitments slide because we don't have that boss lording over us. Be honest, have you ever let yourself slide on a commitment or a deadline or a project because, well, you're the boss? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, I've been guilty of it too. Total transparency here. You are not alone. I have seen client after client go through the same struggle, and I went through it too. Hell, for the first year and a half in my business, I wasn't making any money. No corporate job on the planet would have allowed me to have those results for even just 1 month of having no sales. And I let myself slide for a year and a half, making absolutely nothing in my business when I first started. Honestly, if I had myself as an employee of my company now, I would have fired myself by month 2. What shifted was I had to become accountable to a new standard and a new boss than I was used to. I had to fire who I was and replace my boss with my future self. That's when I came up with this one question that changed everything. When you are clear on who your future self is, on the outcome of who you are becoming, of the version of you who has, does, and is all that you desire to be, do, and have. She's making the money. She's got the following. She's got the presents. She's got the Prada bag. She's got the designer shoes. She's got the lifestyle. She's living freely. She's able to take time off to spend with her kids. She's able to go out on dates and not look at the right side of the menu. She's able to have an enjoyable, amazing, easy, free life that she worked her ass off for, by the way. When you are clear on exactly who your future self is, would the future you, the version of you who is making the money that you want to make, who is living the lifestyle you want to live, who's living in the place you want to live, who's driving the car that you want to drive, who has the handbags and the luxury items and the family and the time freedom to be able to do what she wants when she wants, that future you, if she was your boss, would she fire the present day you for the current quality and quantity of your output right now? Now, every time I ask this question of my clients, I mean 100% of the time, they all get the same look. You know the look I'm talking about. It's the one where when you scold your puppy because they peed on the floor and they know they weren't supposed to do the thing, but they did it anyway. And it really rings true in that puppy's soul, and they look at you like, oh, I know I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah. I'd be 100% fired. That's the reaction I get. Here's why. The problem is that currently you are holding yourself to your present day standard of performance. Your present standard for the current way that you are leading yourself and leading your company is reflective of your current reality. The problem is that as an entrepreneur and as a leader, if you're trying to grow, that limits you to growth only within the bounds of the comforts of your present day current reality. So it limits your vision. If you don't like your current reality, if you don't like the current circumstances that you're in, this can be really motivating because you're just like, I will do anything to leave this present state. But most people have gotten into a pattern of familiarity and comfortability with the level of performance that they're at, but enough frustration to be frustrated and to be comfortable also living in that space of frustration of not having the answers as to how to move forward. Our brains are wired to survive. It is way easier to run from something that you don't want rather than to run towards something that you do. Living in the world of fine, of gray, of mediocre, of okay is very dangerous if you want to move forward into growth, into fully stepping into your purpose, into fully being present and into that growth financially as a leader and as an entrepreneur. Especially if the current circumstances, if the current lifestyle that you have is fine, it's not bad, it's not amazing, but it's not really requiring change, then you're settled in this space of comfort, of acquiescing to this mediocrity rather than really challenging yourself to grow farther like a boss or a future self would have you do should you be employed by someone else. So the vision, the dreams, and the mission acquiesce to the enemy of comfort. And like to quote my favorite movie, The Greatest Showman, comfort is the enemy of progress. So in order to grow your business and grow your purpose and grow your leadership, you've got to fire the present day you from making the decisions and put your future self in charge. Your future self is the boss of you, and your future self now sets the standard for the quality and the quantity of your output, which I guarantee will not be the same as the current output that you are presently executing. So you've got to fire the present day you as the CEO of your company and replace her with the future you. The version of you who has, does, and is all that you desire to be, do, and have. And what are her standards that she sets for the quality and the quantity of your output? That's right, you heard me. You're fired. Imagine this. As you're packing up your boxes, because you just got fired from being the boss, and you're leaving your office of the headquarters of your business, of what you were creating, of what you were leading, your future self comes in and lets you know, hey, I know you've made some mistakes. You've made some poor choices and you've delayed on making some decisions. And that's why you're being fired, but you're not entirely fired. You're more like getting demoted. And she lets you know that she needs you. She needs you to step up, to step into being her, so that eventually you can have your office back and she can go off to being the future you 5 years from now, 10 years from now. This is how you speed up the timeline of your progress, is you hold yourself to the standard that your future self has, rather than the standards that you have presently for yourself. When you remove your present self and allow your future self to become the boss of you, to hold yourself, your present self, to this next level of standards of the quality and the quantity of the output that you are producing, your external circumstances will start to become reflective of your future self. The results that you're producing, the outcomes that you're getting for your business and for your team and for your leadership will be reflective of the future you and the standards that she is holding yourself to. And that is how your external reality will manifest and change rapidly. Want to get more in touch with your future self and accelerate your momentum in becoming her? Like Marshall Goldsmith says, what got you here won't get you there. So be sure to book a one-on-one high-performance acceleration consult right down below. In this call, you will get the clarity, courage, and confidence, and yes, strategies too, to become your future self right now, as well as my Power Profit Plan so that you increase your sales in your business 150% in the next 12 months. Space is limited, so be sure that you get your booty up in there quickly and register now for a one-on-one high-performance acceleration consult. I'm so excited to work with you! If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. As always, my fellow sovereigns, own your throne, mind your business, because your reign is now. Check out these videos next on how to build your confidence and your empire. Would the future you that... I'm having a contraction right now. Colton, I'm in the middle of a YouTube video. Can we contract later? Like in a half an hour? It's coming out soon. Future you.